What is going on, everybody? It is Dylan with Astrodfs, and in today's video, going over the Monday night showdown between the Dolphins and Steelers, and going over the Week 15 main slate cash. So if you are like me and you are playing single entry, you do the $25 double up. I had a very odd weekend, so I cashed in single entry. I did not cash in multi double up, so kind of the other style of cash, and then didn't cash in tournaments. So I cashed in single entry, but just didn't cash in pretty much anything else. So going over what I had, I went with the Jackson Dart Theo Johnson, which was fine. Ran it with two tight ends, went Fannin. Got different from the field and just played D Hop over Tinsley. Tinsley was $100 more. D Hop outscored him barely, but still. And then I played Jamar Chase, Puka, CMC as my top spend ups. Woody Marks got hurt, unfortunately. It's just the theme of my DFS season. Granted, he was 87%, so this one didn't hurt. Kind of got burnt by CMC, though. He was on the field pretty much the entire game. Didn't see like a lower workload. It's just the passing game was so successful. We didn't need to see a Christian McCaffrey 30-point game. Unfortunately for me, that's kind of why I didn't end up cashing in a lot, was because of McCaffrey's 15. But yeah, Dart played good. So yeah, not too upset about it. So moving on to why you guys are here, the Monday Night Showdown. This one for me is very difficult because they priced everyone poorly. I think you get sort of value at like Kenneth Gainwell, but everybody else, Achan's 12-8, Waddle's 10-8, then you get 9-8 for the court, Rodgers, 9-6 for Tua, 9-4 for DK, 9K for Warren, and then there's Gainwell, there's Jalen Wright in case Achan missed at 68. You go down, Malik Washington's priced up 58. I think the kickers are in very fair pricing, and then like, here's where you sort of get the value. You get Darren Waller at 44, Calvin Austin at 38. The Pittsburgh tight ends are all cheap, so if you wanted to go that route, you can. Greg Dulcich at 1,600 as well. So kind of a very odd slate. Achan was a full participant, so to me, he's good to go. I have no problem paying for one of the most consistent, one of the most upsided players on this showdown. I mean, he still had a really good game against the Jets, and that's leaving early. So the one difficult thing is Miami's run game has been really good. You go and look at someone like Jalen Wright, 24 carries in that game for 107 yards. It's very clear Miami just wants to run the ball, and Pittsburgh's a good team to run the ball against because last 2 weeks they've gotten blown out by the run game. They were fortunate enough to win that game against Baltimore, but allowed a lot of rushing yards in that one. But you go and look at Ollie Gordon as well. And Ollie Gordon is getting some carries and has the touchdown upside as well. So it's very difficult to try to just say Achan is a lock because there's the opportunity of Jalen Wright or Ollie Gordon get in and kind of steal the touchdown. But for everything else, it's a really good play. Jalen Waddle's in a really, really good spot. Pittsburgh dealing with some defensive injuries. TJ Watt, some of the pieces in the secondary are out in this one. So I like Jalen Waddle as well. And the thing with me is I don't think you need Tua, right? Like Tua, this has potential to be a really good Tua game. But you look at some of the performances from Tua this season, and there's been games to where like, we'll use this one for example. Last week against the Jets, they score 34 points. He puts up 9.1. And you look at Waddle, he gets 18.1. And Achan, 17.5. Like I said, he went out early, but still, like, you combine the other running back numbers. You don't need Tua to go with this stack. So on the Pittsburgh side, what we're looking at, I like the running backs. I like Jalen Warren. I like Kenneth Gainwell. And Rodgers is almost kind of the same thing for Pittsburgh, right? We've seen games to where against Cincinnati, Rodgers has 9.4. They scored 34 points. You look at Jalen Warren in that game, 8.7. Okay. We'll look at Kenneth Gainwell. Yeah. So, like, you can have success without Aaron Rodgers and still put up a good amount of points. So, Jalen Warren, Kenneth Gainwell, yeah, I like Jalen Wright. Not really interested at the price point. He's only priced this high due to the fact that Achan, there was a good possibility he didn't play. So they didn't want to just throw a free square out there. So he's overly priced. So it's pretty impossible to play him. DK Metcalf. Miami's just been good against the pass. We haven't needed to see Pittsburgh pass the ball quite a bit. Miami, especially to wide receivers, has played really good. So for the price point of DK Metcalf, I just wouldn't really love to go there. I want to get HN, I want to get Waddle, and then pretty much go from there as far as building, and want to get at least one of these Pittsburgh running backs. I think you can get really creative. And if you want to go Jalen Warren and Kenneth Gainwell and say, like, hey, I'm going to take advantage of Miami's run defense. And, like, there's been games like 16.2 out of Gainwell last week. Jalen Warren, 15.2. So 31 points combined between the two running backs. So, yeah, I don't think it's crazy to build a Pittsburgh lineup off both running backs. The upside of Kenneth Gainwell in the passing game, Jalen Warren kind of being the sneaky, both-sided back, but you're not going to see a majority of work to one or the other without one or the other being hurt. Both kickers, I like Patterson in this one. Pittsburgh has played red zone defense pretty good, but Miami's red zone offense has been terrible. So for that, I like Riley Patterson in this one. We've seen some games where he gets 10 plus. Last few weeks, we've kind of seen Miami be able to move the ball down the field. They've run really good, and they're just not as efficient in the red zone. So, and then Boswell at home, I mean, it's just pretty set in stone. You look at the difference, and granted, this is a kicker, but still, big difference at Boswell at home. He's just comfortable with it. Hopefully the weather's not too bad there. So moving on, Darren Waller. I think for the price point, you could target Darren Waller, but it's clear something's not there from where we saw him the first few games when he joined Miami. And you go and look at someone like Greg Dulcich, who's 1,600. Like, he's kind of outscored Darren Waller. They've even used Julian Hill in some aspects. So, like, I don't think Darren Waller's necessarily a lock. I mean, he's really good for his price point of the potential. And I do like him in this one quite a bit at 4,400. He's kind of a piece that if I'm building and I want Waddle and HN, I want another Miami player, I'd probably go like a Darren Waller. If not Waller, then I'm okay getting a Greg Dulcich down here at 1,600. Calvin Austin, just tough matchup for him, so I'm not really interested in him. Steelers defense without TJ Watt is scary, but it is Miami, so they have that potential to have one of those ceiling games when you're facing an offense like Miami. On the Miami side, I would love to play them. They've played the Jets, they played the Saints, they played Washington, they played Buffalo. This one was the shocker for sure, but their defense has played really well, but I think over the last few weeks, this is probably going to be the toughest opponent they've faced. So I'm not really as sold on Miami's defense in this one. Adam Thielen, just don't know how much he's going to get on the field. Plus, you have the tight ends here. You have Freiermuth, Juwanna Smith, Darnell Washington, all those guys around the same price point. So if you want to take a punt at one or two of them, perfectly fine with that one. And then I mentioned Greg Dulcich here, Julian Hill, but I mean, other than that, there's truly not a lot. It's kind of an uglier slate. So let's see what we could build off of, though. Let's see if we can go. It's going to be expensive, but we'll see what we got. Jalen Waddle, that puts us down quite a bit to start. So it puts us down quite a bit to start. So we're going to restart it. Let's go someone like a Jalen Warren, which that helps me out. I could go a Darren Waller, also helps me out. I want both of those two. We're not left with a lot. Let's throw in a tight end and see where that leaves us. Let's throw in like Freiermuth, 5,500. So get those two, and let's just say like Chris Boswell and go that route. We can go Patterson either. If you want to do a 4-2, that's fine as well. But if I'm going if I'm going Waller, Achane, Waddle, I'm assuming Miami's not going to struggle to score. Going Jalen Warren, Pat Freiermuth, then that's saying like they have the upside to score. Maybe they just get some yardage, receptions, and then Boswell has 3 field goals for him, and gets you 10 plus points in this one. So yet again, just an example. Went over the main slate my cash line. So hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.